Thank you for downloading this in-ear entertainment podcast. You're listening to Shakespeare's Sonnets. Sonnet 58. That God forbid that made me first your slave, I should in full control your times of pleasure, or at your hand the account of hours to crave, being your vassal, bound to stay your leisure. Oh, let me suffer, bring at your beck the imprisoned absence of your liberty, and patience, tame to sufferance, bide each check, without accusing you of injury. Beware you list, your charter is so strong that you yourself may privilege your time to what you will. To you it doth belong yourself to pardon of self-doing crime. I am to wait, though being so be hell, not blame your pleasure, be it ill or well. That was Sonnet 58, not 56, 58 of Shakespeare's Sonnets. And I am Mark Chesley, and I am joined by a quite artistic-looking
Thierry Hillis. How am I artistic looking?
You've got a black top, it's almost black turtleneck top going on. It's quite good. You do look quite artistic. So therefore, I'm going to let you go first on this one, not because I have no clue what this is about at all. I
just got confused by the word back there, so I had to look that up.
Back as in backwards?
No, back as in the B-E-C-K word
in
yes. Fifth line.
That was quite a...
Which just means beckon.
Beckon, yeah. It's a phrase my parents used a lot when I was a kid. What do you think? We're at your beck and call. It was a phrase. That was a...
Yeah, my parents never used that word.
See? It's weird. It's weird.
It's very strange, especially since my parents don't actually speak English.
Well, then they shouldn't be in the country. They shouldn't...
Well, no. They aren't.
Well, then that's good.
Bloody foreigners.
Yeah, coming over here, not speaking our language, and talking in their own language in public.
God, yes.
I don't understand. People get really upset at that. I have no idea why.
I really like it. That just makes me feel like home, because you can't work... If you walk through Luxembourg City, you just hear random languages constantly.
Yeah.
And I actually really like that. The same in London. You can walk through London and hear 20 different languages in the 5 steps.
Yeah, I think it's lovely.
It's amazing.
It just shows how varied we are as a race, and I just love it. But you get people going, "Oh, if you're in England, you should speak English," and it's just, oh, piss off.
Well, yeah, speak English if you're talking to someone else who's not from your country, yeah. And then, but talk to your friends, whatever you want.
Yeah, exactly. So now that you know what beck means, what do you think of this sonnet?
It's the line vassal makes me think of, was it Sonnet something in the 20s with a vassalage, where he already referred to that.
He did, yes, that's true.
So that seems to be a recurring idea, and it just... It's still not... It's not as bad as the last one, I don't think. There's no obvious slavery. He doesn't use the word slave. But then again, line. The imprisoned absence of your liberty.
First line, that God forbid that made me first your slave. So this is kind of maybe this is Shakespeare kind of admitting that last poem was a bit over the top. And so he's now going, that made me your slave. I should in full control your times of pleasure, or at your hand the account of hours crave. So it's basically saying, I want to be around you a lot, but I was probably a little bit crazy. I'm sorry.
Avoided that one.
Yeah, he sent that poem off, and then 3 days later went, oh, God, I shouldn't have sent that. It's basically Shakespeare drunk emailed someone. Nice. And this is a couple of days later. He's going, I sent that email to my boss. Why did I do that?
Just wake up in the morning and go, I vaguely did. And then you check your computer and go, oh, crap.
I think there's something you can enable on Google if you use Gmail.
Yeah, Google has the
drunk filter.
The warning if you click send, it goes, you still have 6 seconds to stop this email.
See, and they used to, I think... At one point, you were able to enable this little add-on where if you wrote an email between certain hours and it was like midnight and 6 in the morning, to send it, it would give you a maths question and a fairly complex one.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
The idea
so you had
being,
to prove that you were sober.
yeah,
To
drunk people would go, oh, and hammer the keyboard and then fall asleep. And then you'd wake up in the morning and go, I was going to send what? They don't want pictures of that. Or
you could screw with people. Just what's the cubic root of 926.5? And you just go,
yeah. See, and then you just the problem with that is you just copy and paste it into Wolfram Alpha, and it tells you the answer.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I think maybe this sonnet is the Shakespearean equivalent of drunk emailing, of trying to refute the drunk email. It wasn't me. It was my dog who. Oh shit. That's what this is, I think. But for me, this sonnet's quite a densely packed one. I'm finding it quite hard to pick apart in my head. I don't know if you...
Well, as we said, the first stanza seems to be Shakespeare. Maybe I should just not have sent the previous one.
And then it goes, oh, let me suffer being at your beck, the imprisoned absence of your liberty, and patience tame to sufferance, bide each check without accusing you of injury. That, I have no idea what that means. Let me suffer, let me be at your beck and call. So let me be at your beck and call, the imprisoned absence of your liberty. And that's...
Well, let me suffer being at your back. Let me...
I guess the imprisoned absence...
Let me endure your will. Your
But at the moment,
your command,
if we're going that the fair youth is still away, the imprisoned absence of your liberty, he's imprisoned by the fair youth's absence, or is that a complete misreading? I literally, this sonnet is boggling my brain. I'm going to...
Well, if he's away,
yes,
the fair youth, the imprisoned absence of your liberty. So Shakespeare is he's just sort of stuck because the fair youth is away enjoying his his free life.
And I guess
if he's still the slave, he's not allowed even to do anything.
And patience tame to sufferance, bide each check without accusing you of injury. Is that him saying, I will sit and I will wait, even though it pains me and it hurts me that you're not here, but I won't accuse you of injuring me. Even though your absence is what's hurting me, I'm not going to accuse you of that.
Yes, because it is the fair youth's right to go away, or even duty, because he seems to be going away fairly often. So there might be something going on in somewhere else that he just needs to attend to.
Or he's just trying to give Shakespeare the cold shoulder. Yeah, no, I'm not around next weekend. I'm in France, and the weekend after, no, I'm there's a funeral that week, and then I'm I'm slaying Germans in.
So
I'm really booked up for the next 5 years. Yeah, sorry. Maybe it's possible, but probably unlikely.
Yeah, but he seems to be coming back, so it seems to be a travel away, come back home to well, not to Shakespeare, but come back to Stratford or to London or wherever they are.
At this point in Shakespeare's life, it probably would have been Stratford, if we assume that it's Shakespeare rather than a character Shakespeare has created.
Well, whatever the town is that the narrator is in.
Yeah.
We
that to what you will, to you it doth belong, yourself to pardon of self-doing crime. So it seems to be giving the fair youth the power to forgive, the power to pardon, the power to do whatever he wants. It does seem to follow on from 57 a lot. It's Shakespeare handing the youth all sorts of power So Shakespeare's saying, I'm not going to accuse you of hurting me, even though you are. I want to be around you. I want to do whatever you want. Let me suffer at your beck and call. And you, only you, have the ability to pardon crime and tell me what I'm doing wrong. It's Shakespeare systematically giving up all of his rights to the fair youth, it seems to me, which is scary. To love someone that much,
Yeah,
is
it's
scary.
a very, very extreme form of love to completely give up your own person.
Yeah, to remove everything about yourself, to make yourself just a shell for someone else is a very scary idea in my mind. I'm sure there are
Yeah.
I'm sure there are people out there who like that and maybe even want that, but for me, to that's quite scary because
Well, to completely make yourself dependent on, isn't that is it codependency, or what we would call it today?
yes,
It's like a mental disorder that needs curing because you're harming yourself emotionally.
yeah, but you're willfully doing it.
Yeah, you're willfully doing it, but that doesn't necessarily mean that. I can't say that you don't want to do it. It's just
Yeah,
it's more like a obsession isn't the word. A compulsion.
yes,
It's more a compulsion.
I must destroy, and it's a hard and long process to systematically dismantle yourself, and to go, I will have no sense of this, and I will have no sense of this, and you tell me what to do, and I'll do just what you say, and yeah, it's quite scary. I don't like these sonnets. They're quite scary.
They are very, very dark.
Yeah. And then it ends on, I am to wait, though waiting so be how, not blame your pleasure, be it ill or well. So, yeah, it's that I'm going to wait, even though waiting is destroying me even more, and I won't blame you, even though it's your fault. I must wait for you, and do whatever you say, I guess, whether it be ill or well, whether it be bad or good. It's quite sad. These are quite depressing sonnets. I thought sonnets were meant to be love. Sonnets are traditionally about love, and this is really depressing.
Yeah, but Shakespeare sort of redefined the what a sonnet is.
Yeah. He's gone, no, I'm not going to do a love sonnet. I'm going to make you all depressed with my love.
I mean, the not all of them are happy sonnets, and not all of them should be. So what I didn't know before, what I've discovered through this, there's a continuing storyline. So if it were just all happy sonnets, nothing would move the story forward.
It's true. There'd be no tension or turning points, as the official term is in writing.
Well, every story comes in step. You has a character that has a problem that needs overcoming, and
there needs to be
something
conflict.
there needs to be conflict, and there should be a resolution. In theory, there isn't always one, and sometimes that works really well, and sometimes that completely fails. But
yes, and so we're at a point where we're just over a third of the way through, I guess, and
well, through the fair youth, we're about halfway through the fair youth sonnets.
That's true, yes. So yeah, but halfway through, and Shakespeare's character has completely collapsed under the weight of love, to the point where he wants to destroy, not destroy in the sense of dismantle or kill, but destroy in the sense of remove any sense of self-worth or identity. The character is systematically going, no, I'm not going to do this for me. I'm not going to do this for me. I've got no sense of self-worth here. I am willing to be whatever you want me to be. Just be around me, please.
Which is almost very Sisyphean. He just keeps Shakespeare just keeps pushing up the stone. Keeps pushing the stone up the hill. Just tries to get the fair youth's love, and no matter what he's done so far, it's just not been returned.
Oh, that's...
And eventually you just lose hope and just go, I have no more free will. This is just what I do now.
So do you think this is Shakespeare losing losing the will to carry on, the will to battle on.
I will almost say it is.
Oh, that's really sad.
I'm not saying that he might get over that. Hope sort of has this quality of just not being defeatable. There's always
hope.
You might lose hope, but it's always gonna come back.
It's
unless you die.
What's left in Pandora's box, isn't it?
Yeah.
When you open Pandora's box, it lets out all of the world's evils, but what's left in it is hope, because there's always hope. And yeah, that's I feel sad for poor old Bill, poor old Shaky.
Shaky.
Bill Shaky. He would.
Oh, I've got the Harlem Shake in my head.
Oh,
now.
no! Don't know. Bad internet meme. Bad. Oh, yeah. So I don't think we've had a particularly long episode on this one, but it's quite a depressing sonnet, and I'm I don't have a huge amount to say other than I feel really sorry for Shakespeare, who has dismantled himself at the moment.
We might come back to this later. This doesn't look like it's just gonna end here, unless these were just two sonnets. But he goes, I'll just feel depressed and just write these two out and just go, cool. Back to love.
I'm fed up with my love sonnets. I need a depressing sonnet, and then the next day, love again, possibly. Would you like to read Sonnet 58?
I can try.
It's an odd one to read because there's lots of weird words.
Yeah, I noticed. Sonnet 58. That God forbid that made me first your slave, I should in thought control your times of pleasure, or at your hand the account of hours to crave, being your vassal, bound to stay your leisure. Oh, let me suffer, being at your beck, the imprisoned absence of your liberty, and patience, tame to sufferance, bide each check, without accusing you of injury. Be where you list, your charter is so strong, that thou yourself may privilege your time to what you will. To you it doth belong yourself to pardon of self-doing crime. I am to wait, though waiting so be hell, not blame your pleasure, be it ill or well.
Very good! Well done! That was...
Surprised myself there.
That was Sonnet 58 of Shakespeare Sonnets. You've been listening to this wonderful podcast, which I'm sure you do every other day when it comes out. I've been Mark Chatterley, and you can follow me on Twitter at Nufkin.
I am Thierry Hayles, and you can follow me on Twitter at Sound of Seagulls.
And do check out Flatter. We are now flatterable. Is that the proper word?
I don't know. Flatter still. Any word that's missing the E just looks weird.
It does. We're flatterable now. So yes, if you do use Flatter, do flatter us. If you don't, check it out. It's awesome. And we shall speak to you next time.
Goodbye.
Bye. Don't know why I wave every time. You've been listening to Shakespeare Sonnets with Mark Chatterley and Thierry Hayles. This has been an In-Ear Entertainment podcast. To listen to other podcasts or find out more about In-Ear Entertainment, go to www.inearentertainment.com.